The remains of the late Bishop Eamonn Casey have been removed from the crypt of Galway Cathedral. The decision follows last year's RTE documentary, which highlighted allegations of child sexual abuse against him.
A year ago, an RTE documentary examined the Catholic Church's handling of allegations of sexual abuse against former Bishop Eamonn Casey. In it, Dr. Casey's niece, Patricia Donovan, claimed that she was sexually assaulted by her uncle from the age of 5 and that the sexual abuse continued for years. Other allegations of child sexual abuse were also revealed in the programme, and it also confirmed that the Vatican formally removed Eamonn Casey from public ministry in 2007, a restriction that was never publicly disclosed. Following his death in 2017, Bishop Casey was buried in the crypt beneath Galway Cathedral. However, last year's documentary resulted in public disquiet over the presence of his remains there, which led the Galway Diocese into a period of consultation on the matter. Today, it confirmed that Bishop Casey's remains have been removed from the crypt. In a statement, the Galway Diocese said significant consensus emerged around the unique role of a cathedral as a place of unity rather than division, healing rather than hurt, and peace rather than disquiet. It confirmed that with the assent and cooperation of members of the late bishop's family and following prayers for the dead, his mortal remains were removed from the cathedral crypt and entrusted to their care. Reaction to the news in Galway this afternoon was mixed.
I think he should have been left to rest in peace there in the cathedral.
The church are answerable now for a lot of things that went on in Ireland, so I'm glad that happened.
No, I don't agree with them removing the bishop out of the crypt. He was a good bishop. We liked him.
Yes, I think it is a good idea, yeah. And it was done quite discreetly as well.
The Galway Diocese has said Bishop Casey's family have requested that their privacy be respected at this time.
And Alva joins us now in studio. Alva, you do have some further reaction to this story this evening, but it was a significant decision. Put this into context for us.
Yeah, it was a significant decision, and you can see that it's still, I suppose, causing division amongst the public in terms of their opinions that they gave there to Pat McGrath in Galway earlier. So one can't imagine that it was a straightforward decision for the Bishop of Galway or the Galway Diocese to come to, and that's probably why it took a year for it to announce this decision. Now, we don't know when this occurred, when the remains were removed from the crypt. There's no indication in that regard, but one must assume that there was a credible view or a credible evidence in the consultation that was done by the Galway Diocese to make this decision, because it is a significant one. He's the first bishop to be removed from a crypt like this in the history of the Catholic Church in Ireland. Now, the statement indicates that the wider Casey family has been involved and the remains have been passed to them, and they've requested privacy for themselves and privacy around the resting place. Eamonn Casey denied all the allegations against him and was not convicted of abuse. But I spoke to a representative of RISN, which is the Residential Institution Survivors Network, who's a former survivor himself, William Gorry. And he said, you know, there was so much secrecy around Dr. Casey for all these years, and he just felt that the privacy afforded to him now in death and in the manner that his remains were removed and the way the Galway Diocese has revealed this, he said it was unfair. That's how he described it. He said it's been a very difficult day for survivors. He got calls from early this morning who will find this story very difficult and re-traumatising. And just to let people know that there are helplines on the RTE website if people need to access them.
OK, Alva Keneally, thank you.